Real bitches don't cry. Okay.
Say I'm wrong for this. That pussy good, they might catch on to this.
I'm in my zone for this. Might write a song for this. Used to drinking Hennessy, but I need Patron for this.
Yeah, I gotta be strong for this. My name, she moaning.
Okay, seriously now. Okay. So, good evening or morning. What's up to whoever's watching this. This is gonna be my first video, and I don't know. I keep procrastinating on like what to do for the first video, and I just be like, I'm just gonna wing it right now because I'm not really about a book person. Like, I don't think that I need to do a question and answer to start a YouTube or yeah. So I'm just gonna start this with my first video, and my first video is gonna be me sharing a story.
Which I would like to call a testimony because I really believe that this was God's testimony for me. Due to the fact that at the time, we don't get into that. Okay. But
yeah, so thank you for watching if you're watching, and I just hope that you enjoy. Okay, I'm gonna start this over because I'm already jumping. Y'all don't even know what I'm gonna tell y'all. Y'all don't even know what I'm gonna tell y'all. Okay, so yeah. So I'm gonna be telling y'all a story about the time that I got hit by a car. I was in the dark. I'm not gonna say dark. Yeah. I was going through it at the time. Like, I lost track of everything. Like, it was a wake up call for me. So, with me posting this video, I saw.
I love her. So I saw Kianna post it. She posted it a while ago, but she didn't get my car. She had gotten in a car accident. And I just saw how she posted it, and it was just like, dang,
like she really like inspired me. Like, she was very strong, and like she was in college and everything. Like, I just be like, wow. So with that being said, I'm just gonna start with this accident happened in 2011. Yeah. Okay, so like a little background so y'all can understand like where everything stems from. I didn't live with my mom, and I didn't live with my dad. My dad lives in Jamaica, and my mom, she just wasn't like a stable mom, a stable parent. So therefore, I lived with my cousin at the time. She's my cousin now, but yeah, I lived with her. And it was hard because like, I never talked about this, but like, it was hard because when you grow up or like when you get used to somebody, you don't see how like much they've affected you until they leave. Oh my goodness, I can't cry. Real bitches don't cry. Okay. But yeah, you don't see how much they've affected you or like had an impact on your life until they leave. So I lived with her for out of my whole life, I've only lived with my mom for about 4 years. And that's crazy to say, but like in those 4 years, I was like in love. Like, that was my mom. She was there, like, but I was unaware of a lot of things. So I ended up moving away from her, not away from her, but due to the fact that she was an unstable mom, I moved with my cousin. And like everything, like the shift and everything, like just sent me. I don't want to call it depression at the time because it wasn't depression until after the accident. But it was hard. Like, it was hard on me because one sees hard on me because no one is going through what I'm going through. I was lost. I didn't know. And I was like easily influenced by other people. And
it's crazy because I don't even be sad. Like, when you say something in your head, it don't make me sad. But like, I guess probably because I've never really thought of it this way. But yeah. So
it just impacted me like in a bad way. Like, I was like, you know what? I don't even care about stuff no more. I was like all over the place. I was getting bad grades. And it hit me bad in 7th grade. 7th grade was the worst grade. That's like a background story, but I got hit by a car in 5th grade, the summer of 5th grade. So with the story itself, that's just the background. Like, we didn't have a bond, and it was just falling apart, and like I was desperate for her love and attention. That, like, that's just where it led to. So the night of the accident, I remember, well, not the night of the accident, the week of the accident, I had asked my cousin, well, it was more to it than that. My mom had popped up. I didn't know she knew where I lived at, but she popped up and she was like, hey, and it was early in the day. She popped up, hey, and we talked for like 5 minutes. She gave me a number, she left, and then we left because we were going to go watch the BET Awards at my cousin's house. And just seeing other people have with their parent, it was hard for me, but like then I was used to it because everybody has a mom and everybody have a dad, or if they're not, they don't got one, they got other. Some people don't have either, so I'm not the only one in this situation, but it was hard because one house we went to go watch the BET Awards. After just seeing my mom, I was sad already because, like, dang, you popped up out of nowhere and you're trying to be buddy-buddy, but, like, it don't work like that. But I was, like, happy, sad, whatever. And I didn't know when I was going to see her again, so I just was like, what's up? And then we went to my cousin's house to watch the BET Awards, like I stated. And it's just, like, I wasn't sad. Like, we watched the BET Awards, cool and all. But then when we went home, I was sad again because it's just like,
I was really just with people. You watch people come up with their mama watching BET Awards, this and that. And it took an emotional toll on me myself, especially with me being young too. So,
and I had told I was crying. I had I made this like tent or whatever under the table, and I was trying to silent cry, but my cousin heard me under there, so she peeked under. She's like, "What's wrong with you?" And I was just like, I just let her know, like, I was like, it was sad to me. So my cousin, she was like, well, if you want to go stay the night with your mama, you can. And I was just like, yeah, I'll stay the night with her. Can I stay the night with her, whatever? And I called my mom, and she ended up coming to pick me up. And this probably was a sign, but I didn't care at the time. As soon as we left the my house, when my mom came pick me up, she had got pulled over by the police, and she was driving somebody else's car, but she got pulled over by the police because of like the headlights or something was off and this and that. But she didn't get a ticket or anything, just like told her to fix the headlights because it ain't her car, so she can't really do nothing about that. So they told her that, and we left. And that was like literally as soon as she picked me up, like as soon as we pulled out, whoop whoop, they was behind us. So maybe that was a sign to take me home and you just go your separate way and whatever. But nope. I was young at the time. I was like, what, 10, 11? Yeah. So we went, and my mom was staying in the hotel. I didn't care because I was spending time with my mama. So I was like, this is what it's going to be. And I think it was a hotel, and she was staying with somebody else in the hotel. But with her, when we went there or whatever, we went out to eat. She took me to IHOP. It was late, but we went over to IHOP, and it was like we ate breakfast, and then we ended up going back to the hotel, going to sleep. And I stayed with her for like 3 days. 3 days, and then the day that I was supposed to go home was July 3rd. So that meant I was going to go home July 3rd, and I was going to be home for the 4th of July. Yeah. And that didn't happen because I ended up talking to my cousin. And she was like, if you want to stay the night one more night, you can stay the night. No, I think I asked her to stay the night one more night for the 4th of July. And she was like, yeah, I'll come get you tomorrow. No, I'll come get you the day after, so the 5th. So, boom. This is the day of the accident now. So much fun. I was like, just go home. And I just, at the time, I did not care. Like, I just wanted to spend time with my mama because that's what I was longing for. Like, that's what I really wanted to do. So, yeah. So with that being said, the day went by, and I remember it was late at night, and the person that we was staying with at the hotel, that she was staying with at the hotel, had a daughter, just had a baby, and the lady had wanted my mama to go drop some formula off to the lady. And my mom was like, all right, well, I'll take the formula to her. And I had wrote with her, of course. I went with my mom everywhere. And she had went to go take the formula to the lady. And what used to be Garfield, but it's not Garfield anymore. I don't know the name of it. But that's where the lady lived at, in his apartment. So my uncle, on my dad's side of the family, he would park his SUV truck, like, on this side. It's like a little abandoned hut right there. And he would park his truck on that side of the road, or on the other side. He would park it on any side, but he would be over there, parked over there. And, like, I rarely saw them. And, I was sleeping in the car while my mom was driving, because it's like 12 o'clock. So now it's the 4th of July. So it's like 12 o'clock in the morning, and my mom was like, we're going to go drop the formula off because the baby won't stop crying or whatever. And my mama woke me up, and she was like, there go your uncle. And, like, when you first waking up, you don't really, I hate being woke up, first of all. But when you first waking up, you don't really process what's going on. And then she like, go talk to him, go get out, go see him, blah, 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 blah. Like, I guess he had just pulled up from where he was at. And I remember she pulled up on the side of the road, and I remember getting out the car. At first, the seatbelt was stuck on me, so I remember when I tried to get out the car, like, I couldn't get out the car. That's another sign that I should just stayed in the car. But, yeah, so when I did finally get out the car, I just walked across the road. But no, I looked both ways, of course. I looked both ways, and I saw, but it was way down there. Like, you know, the hill, like, when you coming down from the Garfield, and then you going over to where the project, you coming down from Garfield and you going to where the project used to be at, those new apartments, that's where I actually got hit at. So, over there by Garfield, and I made it across the road. My uncle had his car door open or whatever, and I don't know if they was drunk or whatnot, but I guess, like, cause you know how you can see something in the road even no matter the distance if your brights or your lights on. So, like, of course they're gonna get closer, but I'm gonna make it past across the road. This road is this damn big, this big. Anybody can make it across this road in 5 seconds. So I was like going across the road, and I made it across the road, and then one of my slides had come up because I'm halfway asleep, and I remember, like, it wasn't even in the middle of the road. It was like on the side of the road. So I like went and grabbed it real quick, put my foot back in, and went back to my uncle. And I guess they thought I was still in the road, so they had swerved, and boom, that hit me. And I was unconscious. I wasn't even talking to my uncle. Like, I was like, hey, uncle. He was like, oh, hey, da, da, da. Then, boom, that's when it happened. I remember, like, even making it to him. I remember that. I remember standing in his door, and, like, we was talking, and then it just happened. Like, that's why I say I don't know if they thought I was still in the road. They was drunk, blurred vision. I don't know. But it swerved and hit me. And when that happened, I didn't know I was hit by a car until... I didn't know I had got hit by a car until when ambulance got there. Because when I was knocked unconscious. So when I, like, got back up and I had all this blood, like, coming out of my mouth all over me. And I was, like, trying to sit up. And my mom was like, just stay still, blah, blah. She was crying. She was, like, called the police. I'm like, hold on, what's going on here? Like, I didn't feel anything at all. But I saw this blood on her shirt, and I was like, why you got all that blood on you? And I started crying. And it's sad because it's like, dang. But anyways, yeah. So they came and they was like putting me on this stretcher and stuff, and they had put this. Oh, if you ever get a neck brace on when shit ain't wrong with your neck, you're gonna be irritated. That thing is so annoying. I kept begging them to take it off. I didn't know what was wrong with me. I was like, ain't nothing wrong. I'm not hurting. My neck not broke. My back not broke. But I had a neck brace on, and I was on this like board, and they had put me in an ambulance. But yeah, they put me in an ambulance. Yeah, we went. They kept pricking me with needles, and at this time I hated needles. Like I was like terrified of needles. I'm too big for that shit, but I was terrified of needles. So they kept pricking me with needles, and I was like, hey, when y'all go, like, do I gotta have any more needles? Cause like I'm not in pain at this time. I'm just like in a daze, I guess, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I hope you don't gotta poke me with no more needles. And he was like, yeah, I ain't gotta prick you with no more needles. Just keep talking. And I guess I had kept dozing in and out, so they kept like telling me to talk and stuff like that. And I remember getting to the hospital, and they pricked me with more needles. I was mad at it. I was like, why you told me that I ain't gotta get? But I didn't say that. But like I've been thinking that all my life now. But I remember getting there, and I remember seeing like the family, my cousins and everybody, you know, just like, oh my gosh, I really just got hit by a car. And they were like, you gotta get stitches in your mouth and your eye, and I was like non-tolerant to that, so they had to put me to sleep. And when I woke up, this is what hit home for me. I just can't believe. So when my family got there, of course everybody's gonna be mad. So my mom, she the one that was with me when I got hit by a car, and my auntie was like, you need to leave. And of course she gonna say that because she mad. And y'all know what my mama do? She leaves, and that hits home for me. Like, why would you leave when I need you the most? Like, you was there when it happened, and you just gonna leave, bro? Like, really? Like, that's what we doing? And on top of that, she didn't leave and like come back. She left, and I didn't see her for like a year after. Like, I could have been dead. And it's crazy because she wasn't even there for me. Like, she wasn't there for nothing. My own dad from Jamaica, he had just got out of jail. I remember this. And he called me as soon as he could. But it's just crazy because my mom, why would you leave me? I'm getting so wrong. Who is cutting onions? Okay, no. But like, she left me, and I was like, bruh, really? And it didn't hit home until I got home from the hospital. And I remember waking up from the stuff that they did with stitches, and she still wasn't there. I remember they moved me to this room, and they had to cut like my hair and like wash my hair, all the glass and dirt from out of my hair. And I remember the next day, well, not the next day, the same day, it was the 4th of July. My sister was on the way to the beach, and they had ended up coming. And
Jed Official Beats.
I'm gonna finish this. You better stop crying, bitch. You better stop crying. I'm gonna finish this. So yeah, I remember my sister's coming, and my aunts here from my dad's side. Like a lot of people that I haven't even like talked to. Well, I had a good bond with my sister at the time. I used to go to her house all the time when I lived with my mama. And just people, like, it was like a lot of people that came to see me. And I was like, dang, I really got hit by a car. Like, I wasn't I wasn't like, oh my goodness, let me just finish this. Look, let me finish this little session of crying because, whew, boy, okay. Like at the hospital, I wasn't even like sad or anything. It was just the fact that, dang, I was still in shock. Then I had to go to all these doctors and dentists and everything. And I gave up. Like, I gave up. And this was like even more like added on more to the depression that I was already going through prior to the situation. Because I'm like, why, God? Like, why? Like, why me? Like, out of everybody in the world? And that's the selfish way to think, because then it could have been somebody else. But, like, why me? And, I still don't have the answer to it to this day, but I'm not questioning God, because everything that's been happening to me has happened to me for a reason. And I can truly vouch for that. Like, everything, like the great and the bad, everything is happening for a reason. Like, everything has its reason for happening. So, like, I guess my reason kind of for making this was to like have a testimony to give. And it's not even like real testimony, it's like kind of a story time. But at the same time, I feel like people take life for granted. People take their parents for granted. People take responsibilities too loosely. And it's just like, I'm not even grown yet. But like, it's just the fact that like, dang, bro, like, why you gonna mess up something like that when, like, I see people doing stuff that just don't make sense. Like, I didn't ask to be in the position that I was in, but I believe that I was in that position to be where I'm at today. So that's why I don't question nothing that God threw my way. And I just think that that accident has like brought me so much insecurity, but then at the same time, it's brought me so much strength and relief. And like, I still get sad about stuff, but like, it's not even the fact that that the accident happened. It's just like the way everything played out afterwards. And I be thinking like, dang, that really happened to me, but it's nothing I can do to change what happened to me in the past. So that's why I just wanted to be like, for those of you that are unsure of your worth, there's a lot of people that's unsure of their worth, unsure of their calling in life, like just unsure of a lot of stuff. And I know like I was unsure of a lot of stuff, and I'm still unsure, but every day like I get closer to God and I ask like for strength and guidance, and it just helps and it pays off, because I don't find myself as lost as I used to be. Like, I don't be like longing to fit in or like just not knowing who I am myself. And it paid off because I've gained so much. I gained a lot of it. Confidence. Yeah, that. I gained so much confidence within the last few years. No, not even the last few years. Like, within the last year. Not even gonna cap. I used to be so insecure, and I used to be like, just like, oh, with myself. And now I don't even care, because that's not even like the moral of everything in life. Like, it's, you get what you get, and you just gotta make shit happen out of it. And that's what I've been doing lately. And I feel like the accident has brought me closer to God, because within all of the times asking why me, it's just so that God can't put you through anything that you can't handle. And damn near losing my life, if I almost died, I can handle a whole lot. And I've been handling a lot my whole life, like coming up. And it's just that I look at myself and I'm like, dang, girl, you strong. Dang, you strong. But I just want like people that lack lack their reasoning for life. Like, they don't know where they're staying at life, like why they here. Like, depression's nothing to play with. And I just pray that God himself, he shows himself in your life. And like, because anything like suicide and the cutting yourself and the just like trying to be like others is not worth it. I promise. You are you for a reason. You go through what you go through for a reason. You make the choices you make for a reason. And it don't seem clear at first. It don't seem clear at first, but everything plays out. Like, you'll be like, dang, that happened. Look where you at now. Like, some people do stuff and they be like, I shouldn't have did that, or I should have did this, I could have did this, I would have did this. But it's what you did that matters, because you can't go back and change shit else. You gotta stick with what you got. And what you did matters the most. And like, to deal with what you did. Like, even though you don't want to, you gotta deal with that. So that's where strength comes in, and like confidence, because you can't take back nothing. You gotta be careful what you say, be careful what you do. You gotta reap everything you say and everything you do. So I just want this like story time to just like bring people to the senses that anything can be taken away from you. So don't live in grief. Don't live in wishing you wanted to do something else. Like, just be who you are. Don't try to be nobody else. Just live with confidence. Live to the fullest. Like, every day is given to you for you to continue to advance. And if God wanted you to be gone, he would have sent you off himself. You don't have to. You committing suicide and you doing all that other stuff is you ending your mark on life. You don't know what it can be that your calling is on life. Like, I'm still trying to figure out my calling. I got carried away because I got emotional, so like this little ending might be me yapping, but like it's all true. Like, you can do whatever it is that you put your mind to, no matter what you went through, no matter who against you, who with you. You don't need nobody to do nothing. And I just like,
without both my parents, I made it pretty far, and I'm just gonna continue to excel. And I'm not even gonna use that sad parent story, but it's true. Like, that's what I dealt with most of my life. Like, I did not have them, and it was something that parental love is something that I myself lack. And
what you do in that time frame, it's only for that time frame. Like, it don't last forever. Like, nothing lasts forever. I didn't make this video to bash my parents, but they're amazing in their own way. Whatever they do best, and I just think that I thank them for making the mistakes that they made, because if they wouldn't have made the mistakes that they made then, I would probably be making the mistakes now. So I just thank them for that. And yeah, so I hope you guys like this story, or like could relate to it on any type of aspect. And if you did, just like, comment, and subscribe.
On the track.
Swerving, how you look so perfect on your worst days. Double C it purchase you deserve.